A spiritual journey unfolds like a delicate blossom, revealing hidden truths within. Ultimately, this journey transforms you, guiding your heart towards love, peace.
Spiritual journey is a transformative journey, and you will know you are something like this. You will know you are undergoing changes within. You see them inside of yourself. You feel them. Generally, you feel those changes. We can feel them. We can feel forgotten feelings when they appear. They are precious moments where you suddenly feel that peace, love, that aliveness inside. Something which you lost only God knows how long ago. In that process, there will be many different experiences, quite often unpleasant. That process can take instant or can take into lifetime. Nobody said how quickly it will go. Even if you understand something, if you receive something, is still you will be going, you will be developing. It is like going within yourself, going within your heart, your soul. And on that journey, at the beginning, when you are full of sorrows, depression, anxiety, full of this madness, full of that junk, full of this contamination, because this is like your cells are contaminated, have this angry energy, you hating everything. Simply, you become like a hater, and it is deeply inside of your soul and mind, like your cells containing that dark energy. So clearance of that will take long time. It will be all of it. It will be like squeezed in, squeezed out. You'll be stretched in, stretched out on that journey. Through all of those experiences, through prayer, meditation, fasting, through reading scriptures. It's all about to soften that core, soften that tissue of the mind, tissue of the soul, so it can receive that light, and that light can penetrate that darkness, evaporate that darkness, soften that darkness, erase that darkness from inside. It is in a way horrific journey, horrendously difficult journey, and scary, and in a way beautiful when you start receiving those gifts, start receiving they call it pleasure of Allah, start receiving that love, that tranquility, that aliveness inside. It's all about aliveness, to arrive at the point where you start feel alive, because that aliveness from your soul will energize your mind, and that energizing, that energy which flows from the soul is able to melt all those stains you acquire in the mind, correct all of this, heal all of that, heal your body, heal your mind, that aliveness. At some point of time, when you not give up, despite all of them, hundreds or thousands of hardships, different kind of, that aliveness will appear in you. It will be like a gift, like some unknown encounter at some point of time. You'll receive this at some point of time when you not give up, even when through entire your journey your mind will keep tell thousands of time that it want to commit suicide, want to hurt itself, want to run away, because this is behavior of the mind. It's don't want to be changed. Once it become this, you become hostile person, you become this and that, you have those imprints inside. That structure of the mind don't want to change, it want to stay the same. And when change come and improvement come, it will be fighting. This is this so-called Satan, devil, egoic mind. This is behavior of that instrument. But once you recognize that change is good, that God don't want to hurt you, want to improve you, you somehow surrender, you start follow those ways, you start relaxing in the midst of hardship. You just allowing those things, and sometimes even when you get a little wiser, you start participate in this, because you see it's simply pushing you into more love, more wisdom, more ability. It's unlocking your mind, relaxing your mind, relaxing your body, and giving you all the goodness. So Satan want to degrade us, want to destroy us, want to put as much pollution as possible inside, so we never abandon that matrix, that prison, that hell we found ourselves in this. But God does completely opposite. He always want to improve us, but it is actually God creating reality and our experiences which meant to shape us. We got that monkey mind which want to run away from that, going completely opposite direction. But from us as a humans depends if we choose that direction, good direction, or we want to stay the same, we want to avoid. And even if you will try to avoid, and there is your timing, and God decide to change you, then perhaps there is no way to avoid that change. You may try, but still you'll be put on track over and over and over. But maybe if you try badly, do some stupid things, then maybe you can succeed. Actually, you can succeed, because people commit suicides, commit different things. They somehow don't want to surrender, don't want to change. So they do horrendous, horrific things, even without knowing they are on the spiritual path. Because this is how this is. You have hardship in life, and life itself, God, Allah itself, will want to change it, give you those experiences which are very, very uncomfortable, and you with your scared mind will be naturally avoiding them, running away from them, or fighting them. When you keep fighting with that, there is no perhaps possibility for change. But if you get a little awareness, consciousness, and little see what this does with you, with your body, with your cells, with your mind, with your heart, that it's opening, shattering that space inside to let that light as much possible. And you taste a little bit of that softness of the heart, soul, that love, aliveness, then you will know that's the only valid direction. And you will know that this is the only direction. And this is the only required element inside. Because when we dead, when we are not there, when we have no that element, no, it is dead, simply dead. We are residing only in the mind. There is no really feelings, and we are like a puppet to that Satan, to that egoic mind. It's guiding our way. There is no feelings in this. We can choose that thing and let's say hurt somebody, or that thing. We don't know there are consequences for them from all of that. But when God will put that spark in us, either due to our suffering, either we really want to change, or there is our timing, when God put that, there is sudden influx and knowing and awareness inside. So we know, okay, that was caused by some evil manipulative element, and there is some goodness in us, that God, that softness, that tranquility, that beauty, love, that other direction. When we know that, perhaps we will be able to change, because that spark from God will be working till end of the life in us to change as much as possible to upgrade this. But there is one important factor to this. You cannot fight God, you cannot fight people. You have to abandon all them wrong ways, at least try to the best of your ability. Even with your mind completely overclocked, completely hostile, completely with millions of different conditions, habits which are hostile, because this is the journey. Your mind needs to be completely like destroyed, override, erased. Energy and polarity of it have to be changed in order for you to live again and receive that gift inside, that they call it Holy Spirit. I call it aliveness. When that aliveness appears in you, you will see what you missed entire life. That this is only one thing necessary for good life, because this is energizing your mind, giving like energy to your mind, so you can think rightly, consciously, you can think beautiful thoughts, you can appreciate things. Without that connection, that bond, when it is interrupted, broken, and only sometimes glimpses of that coming to you, you cannot know right direction in life. No way. You always will be feeling like you're missing something, like you don't know something, like you don't know direction, you don't know where to go, what you are, what for you are. Something simply won't cooperate in your mind, because that beauty, that creativity, love flows from that soul. That aliveness flow from that soul. When that is broken, that connection, there is no aliveness in us. So something else guiding and instructing us, so-called devil. When we keep doing and choosing wrong ways in life, wrong paths, wrong activities, wrong habits, we're doing this over and over and over, then we're degrading our energy. And there is a line when we burn out all the love, all this tranquility, beauty in us, when it is burned out due to anger and different things, we're finding ourselves suddenly in hell. That connection is broken. We've been like rejected from the heart. Go astray, like the saying in Islam. All terror and horror start because you, from that point on, you started be guided by something else. Life become hostile and you have to fight like wild dog for everything. When you have that aliveness, when you have that protection of God, when you ask in your heart for that, for help, for fix, for whatever, God will be able to heal you. And from that point, He will be protecting you against those hostilities which are recorded in the mind. Your mind will be playing this record a long time to bring those hostility to you, to just simply hurt you, kill you, things like that. It's reflecting in reality all of this, what you gather inside, your anger, all them experiences from the past. You will see them in reality. But God is wiser than this. God see all of that, and before something like that happened, God will prepare like protection for you. You will be able either to face it, either to walk around all of those things. There is no way human could go through all this maze, dark maze, labyrinth, on his own thinking, ability. I see there is no way. No way. We need that guidance to go through this, to be healed, to correct that mind, rewrite that mind. This is not human does it. There is no way to human to correct himself this way. Human can break himself, but God can correct that human. If the only human ask for it, if the only human follow godly way, means pray regularly, meditate regularly, inquiring regularly. It's about observation of your own mind, feelings, residing then, teaching yourself how to be. This is process, long process. Sometimes this is instant when someone can receive that gift, Holy Spirit. But for majority of people, it will be process when they will be upgraded, improved. Then finally, at some point of time, where will be enough improvement, enough purity, God may decide to change you, convert you, give you that gift so you'll know how to walk through this life, how to guide as well others, how to help them, how to give them love, how to appreciate that life. When we fight with life, when we are unhappy, there is no way to know that. Your mind, hostile mind, every time when something goes not on your mind, it will be creating thoughts. Those thoughts will have negative energetic loads. It will be degrading your energy, which will be creating more and more unhappiness. I've seen all of this in my mind. There is less and less. I'm slowly coming out of that hostility of my own mind. But it took 30 years. Unimaginable suffering and pain. Not bearable one. But God can bear this. God can give you this spark inside, this understanding that you need to walk even if you like you can't walk. Like your mind telling you, you need to finish this off thousands of times. But you still keep walking. That means there is something which really want to experience that light and love. Your own soul want to come back to that peace, to that safe harbor. We all have it, and we never should give up on that. Even if it will be super hard, super unbearable, we need to keep going, slowly moving ahead. There is end to that. There is end to that sorrow. Once your mind will be polished, will be purified, those mind thoughts, energies, habits will be overridden. Then all problem ends. Because when there is nothing of those kinds in the mind, you're not experiencing this. No in the mind, no outside, no in the environment, no in life. So it's simple. Your mind is like a computer system, computer hard drive. What you record there, it will be played. If you record negative horror story, you will be played that story. It will reflect in your life, or your anger will be shown up. So it's better to be wise and do and touch right sources, right environments of people. Feed on goodness of that life. Because you will record that mind in goodness and you receive goodness. Quite simple is this. Once we fell off in that pit, it's not anymore simple. It's difficult horror story. And it takes perhaps long time because that mind won't want to change. So God, Allah existence will need perhaps put huge pressure on that in order like hammer on the anvil, that golden nugget, to change that. There is no other way sometimes. We need to be like hit by the train or face like some monster from time to time in order this to be pushed a little forward. And God prizing things when we are brave, when we are ready to challenge certain things, challenge injustice, hostility, then God will be happy with that. God will be like, I notice, will promote you, will push you forward. At some point of time, perhaps there will be no change, no chance to be different. You'll be ready, like willing to risk almost everything to just come out from that horror. You just simply learn how to relax, how to allow to God to work through you. You'll be trusting that force. It is simply force, good force, which want to change us, push us into loving direction. Assalamu alaikum, and God bless you.